All right, good morning, Temple team. Let's redo this. Now, to give you a little insight of what's been happening since we got off of our video call and since I've made this video and sent it to you, is this will be take 4 on me filming this video for the group. So I do want to go back to the discussion that we were having in our team meeting, and I do want to celebrate some of the things that I was doing in the ahas at the end. Number one, to Laura, great job on the activities. Always celebrate that. That's a lot of door knocking. You should be proud of that. Kelly, awesome job. I'm always getting people under contract. Love that. And then great job on the open house. And Carly, why aren't you packed yet? I mean, come on. Are you going to leave it all up to Kurth? We know that's not going to happen. No, I'm proud of you. I know you've had a busy week with closings and everything, and with moving coming up soon. So let us know how we can help. We'll go from there. So, all right, let's talk technology. I want to go back to this concept of the platform and why we're talking about it and why it's important to us. So what the discussion was happening was we have the platform that has been built by KW. And what this platform is like Pam mentioned, is the cloud, the Keller cloud. And what is stored on that cloud is all the data that Keller Williams has received over the last 30 years from transactions that's going to help us in taking all the information and then taking artificial intelligence, discerning it and connecting it in a way that benefits our experience as an agent, the consumer's experience in the transaction, and then the market center's experience as it serves to facilitate all of that. So that then says that what that says to us is, okay, so how does this connect? Why is this really relevant to me as an agent? And so this is what the discussion was before. We have the consumer, we have the agent, and we have the market center. And the goal is to continue have that functioning through the platform in a way that enhances the consumer's experience through the tech-enabled agent, right? And how that works is you have them all connected through the data that happens on the platform. So this way that we can work as a virtual consumer, not meaning that they don't ever come and see you in person or anything like that. It just means most of what they're doing can be done from a mobile device or a laptop. Us as virtual agents, which most of us have been for a while now, again, for the same reason, not saying we don't use an office as much as how we're communicating with everyone. And then the market center having a way to finally do the same. Because our market centers, and again, this is not totally relevant to us, but our market centers have really not been virtual. They've had to be at an office to do all this. And then how all this gets connected is what's important about just understanding the technology. Again, this is not a push on command or whatever, because quite honestly, y'all are just going to be focused on the relationships. What this does, though, is it connects the data, the artificial intelligence, to the market center through command for the market centers. It connects the market centers and us as agents through KW Connect. And this is where we get all of our training and everything, and then eventually is where everything will be as far as green sheets are concerned, as well as contracts. Okay, so that's in the future as far as we're concerned. And quite honestly, again, as agents, because most of that is handled by Mooresville, it's good to know. Great, let's move on. This is where the rubber meets the road for us and how it's going to help us build our business. We have command, which is going to take the information and it's going to connect that information with us and the agents as well as with the consumers. And that's done two ways. It's done through command, because we put the data in based on for our consumers. Okay, and this is the information that we have from them, their neighborhood information, and then over time that starts to build up. How long they've been in the house, what their neighborhood is, the trends of the neighborhood. That data starts to accumulate, and then we'll start communicating that to the consumer through us. And then we connect through consumers, both the METs, buyer leads, and seller leads through command, as well as lead accelerator, which is down the road and things that we'll be using to boost the buyer and sellers. The consumer then gets access to the data that we put in through command and that we've gotten through the lead accelerator, and they're able to get to it through kw.com, or what's also referenced as the consumer-facing app. Okay, so again, for some of you that are not super techie, some of this may be interesting. It's important that we know it on a big level though. Doesn't mean that we need to go out and explain this, because quite honestly, the most important thing that you and I need to worry about as agents is how we're using our database to communicate with the consumer, to get them the data that they want and the experience that they want from the moment that we meet them to when they become a client, to when they close on their home, and then in the future. And everything in between, not just client to close, which is what's happened in the industry. We're doing the whole end-to-end experience, and we do it through the technology, but mainly through a platform. And the platform serves, honestly, the best way to describe it is it serves as your phone. Most of us use iPhones. Right now, your iPhone is your platform, and through that platform, you have different apps that may communicate with each other, which is what this is doing, and sometimes not wonderfully. And over time, those platforms those apps start to communicate at a higher level. So that is what we were talking about in the meeting today. And I apologize for the technological glitches during a technology discussion. Always happens that way. If you guys have any questions, again, this will be an ongoing conversation, but not a top-down conversation. This isn't something that we have to discuss all the time, and it's important that we understand it, though, at a high level, because, again, at the end of the day, we want to be the tech-enabled agent in order to create the experience, not the agent that goes out and enables tech, which is what we've been doing for years through Zillow, Realtor.com, and other things like that. So there you go, in a nutshell. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have an awesome week. See you next Tuesday in the morning, and let me know if you need anything in the meantime. Have a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day, and we'll chat soon. Thanks so much. Bye.